For today's class, I invite you to breathe and move in such a way that you really connect with that internal voice that's inside of you. What is it saying? We're going to tune into that today and just check in with ourselves and make sure that we are speaking kindly to ourselves. All right, for today's class, I'm going to invite you to have a block and then your trusty blanket. So grab those things, whatever it is that you need, and meet me right here on the mat. All right, friends, so as we begin our class today, I want to let you know that this class is centered around the idea of really tuning in to that internal dialogue that you're having with yourself. I have it, you have it, we all have it as human beings. And we only spend about 5% of our time in our conscious mind. The rest of the time we're on autopilot. So while we come together in this class today, I invite you to really tune in and listen to the language that you are giving yourself. All right, as we get started, we're just going to come right into this comfortable seat. Let those legs be in any shape, form, or fashion that works in your body. And your tailbone's going to ride right off the front of that blanket. Then ripple up the length of the spine. Let the tailbone press into the floor. Crown reaches towards the sky. We'll let the arms just come and rest. Hands are on the legs. Shoulders sink heavy towards the floor. There's a little engagement in the front and the core of the muscles, but it's okay. Go ahead and just close the eyes or have a soft gaze towards the floor. And give yourself a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Let it come out through the mouth. Allow yourself just to sink right into this moment. And continuing to breathe through the nose. You don't have to change anything about the length or the quality of the breath. Just meet yourself right where you are. Notice any tension in the lower half of the body and the legs and the feet. And then go ahead and press that tailbone back into the mat in case you lost that. Ripple up through the spine. Feel your tailbone completely grounded into the mat and reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Let those shoulders relax just a little bit more. Find that deep inhale through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Now allow those breaths in and out through the nose to expand deeper. Filling up more space into that container that is you. And then as you exhale, let the exhale be deeper than the inhale that you just took, really cleaning out any extra stagnant energy down at the low belly. And keep the lips together, breath through the nose. And allow yourself just to take in this peace. Awareness stays on the air, moving in and out of your body. And allowing the mat to take all of the weight as you release the breath. Take an inhale. Slowly send that nose over to the right. Just see what's there. Deep inhales, even longer exhales. And give it one more breath. And dip the chin down towards the chest. Stretch through the outside of that left side of the neck. Big breath into the heart space and let it go. Inhale, rise up through the spine. Lift the nose back parallel with the shoulder. Take an inhale. And exhale, send that nose through center. Nice and gentle. We're going to exhale that breath all the way over to the left. Fresh inhale and then sink in. Do it again. And dip the chin down towards the chest. There's that stretch in the back right side of the neck. Breath up to the heart. Notice tension in the legs. Give it one more breath. Inhale the nose back up, parallel with the chin, or with the shoulders rather, and then we're going to bring the nose right back to center. Welcome. All right, take an inhale. Exhale, pull that chin down towards the chest. Pull those shoulder blades together. They kiss behind you. Hands come closer to the hips on the thighs. Open here, ripple up through the spine. Breathe. Big, deep inhale all the way up to the collarbones. Exhale, let it go. Nice and deep, press that air out. Do it again. And let it go. And beautiful. Keep the chin down towards the chest. Bring the fingertips down on either side of the hips. Take an inhale, rise up, arms and gaze. Exhale, keep the gaze up, settle the shoulders down, breathe. Any discomfort in the low back, press the tailbone in, ripple up through the spine. Find the engagement in the center of you. Notice where you've tensed up in the body. Relax where you can, give it one more. Take an inhale. And then exhale, you're going to goal post those arms, right elbow behind, left elbow forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pull that energy down. Exhale through the low belly. And inhale back through center. Same thing over to the right. Goal post the arms, press the breath out. And inhale up. Exhale over to the left, same thing. Move with your breath, uncued, 2 more breaths. And last exhale, inhale through center. Over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, palms come together. Bring the chin down towards the chest. Palms come near the heart. Breathe. Start to slowly lift the palms together. And as they do, the elbows come closer together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, lift up. Breathe. What's right here? What are you saying to yourself? What's the language? Tune in. One more. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, lift the fingertips up just a little bit more, and then slowly let everything release. Chin down towards chest. Relax the arms, hands into the lap. Breathe. Beautiful. Fingertips come down on either side of the hips. Once again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, settle those shoulders. Bring the gaze back forward. You're going to take this right hand deep outside that right hip. Slow exhale over to the right. Reach the fingertips away. Elbow comes in towards the ribs. Release through the neck. Release the jaw. Give it 2 more breaths. Inhale, rise up through center, all the way over to the other side. Hand goes way out over there to the left. Bend the elbow, reach the right fingertips. Use the exhales nice and deep. Relax into the posture. Notice if you're caving the upper body forward towards the floor. Keep it open to the side. And find places that you can take deep, long inhales and then let it all go. Longer exhales than inhales. Rise up through the breath. Let it go. Inhale, press into that left hand. Bring both arms up towards center. And then let those hands come back to the hips. Bow the chin down towards the chest. Deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Bring the gaze back up towards me and then just loosely shake out the hands. Shine the palms forward, bend the palms down. Sometimes the legs want to shake when you do this, but just releasing through the hands. I just want to make sure you've got some synovial fluid going through those joints before we put any pressure on them. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and move into our first table. And when you get into this table, I invite you to put a blanket under the knees if you'd like a little softness, a little extra cushion. Make sure those knees are right under the hips. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. And you're going to let the wrists come right under the shoulders. Reach through the crown of the head. Send the tailbone back. Find a really long spine here. You're going to engage in the core just a little bit to feel those hips kind of ride even with the rest of the back. 2 breaths right here. And give it one more. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink those hips back. There's a child's pose. Don't get comfortable. We're going to start to move. Exhale it all the way out. Inhale back into your table. Curl toes. Exhale, down dog. Lift the hips. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Explore those deep exhales. Inhale, table. Curl toes, exhale, down dog. Continuing to move just like this. Three postures. Table, child's, down dog. Move with your breath. Keep those inhales and exhales through the nose. And if you're staying on hands and knees, you'd just be moving from child's to table. And maybe you interlace doing a regular child's with curling the toes and then sending the hips back in another child's while I do down dog. Keep moving, see what's there. And we've got 2 more rounds. And we'll stay up and down dog after this series. So your last exhale, you'll keep it in that down dog. If you're staying in table, go ahead and rise into that down dog. Let's spend 3 or 4 breaths here, just pedaling through the feet, walking our dog. Head hangs heavy. Give it 2 more breaths. And coming into stillness, start to walk those hands back towards your feet. Let's meet towards the back of the mat. in a forward fold. Upper body hangs heavy, big bend in the knees. We'll take an inhale halfway. Find that long spine. Find that space in the back of the neck, and then exhale, slow release, long exhale. And back in our forward fold, take an inhale. And then exhale, give yourself a roll up or a rise up in a way that serves your body, rippling all the way up into a mountain. And then shining those palms forward, reaching through the length of the spine. Give yourself 2 breaths. And check the connection of the feet to the mat. And we'll take an inhale, rise up with the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, bring those palms down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Bend the knees, take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up, send the gaze towards the fingertips and press the pelvis forward. Just a little mini back bend right there, just a little one. Feel the engagement through the low back. Glutes are engaged. One more. And take an inhale and let everything soften as the palms come back in front of the heart and the chin bows down towards the chest. Breathe. And soften through the knees. Take an inhale, rise up. And then find those goalpost arms over to the right. Inhale through center. And exhale over to the left. Let the knees get involved here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the knees, open. Keep moving. And give it 2 more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, give yourself that little bow backward. So engage through the hips. Send the gaze up towards the fingers. Engage through the glutes. Breathe. And just stretching through the front of the body. Notice the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, slow exhale, bring it all in. Hands down to the heart, bow chin to chest. Shoulders release heavy towards the floor. Take an inhale, rise up. And then exhale, give yourself a forward fold. Bend through those knees, head hangs heavy. Keep the upper body nice and soft. You can move that blanket out of the way. Let's walk the hands forward. We're going to find a plank or a kneeling plank, your choice. Send those heels back. Keep the booty low. Reach through the crown of the head. Do it 1 more breath. And then lower this left knee down to the mat. Let this left wrist, make sure it's right under the left hand. Kick these left toes over to the left and slowly roll over onto your right or your left knee. So you could have kept that blanket there if you needed it. Right sole of the foot on the mat. Let this right arm hang heavy in front of you. Inhale, rise up. Tap it right above your head and then bring it all the way back down. So not a full circle. Inhale all the way through center. Tap it on the end of the inhale and then exhale, slow release. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. And last one. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down. Right knee comes in. Kick the right foot out. We're going to come right over onto that right side. All right. Left hand hangs heavy down towards the floor. Inhale, rise up. Tap it over. Exhale, let it hang heavy. Inhale, rise up. 2 more. Beautiful. Left hand comes down. Left knee comes down. Give yourself a child's pose. Let everything sink into the mat. Take an inhale, move into your table, and then we'll move into our down dog. So curl those toes, lift hips. And let the head hang heavy. If the eyes are open, the gaze is towards the knees. And continue to walk your dog or find stillness. We'll spend 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Let's give ourselves a slow walk up to the top of the mat, and we'll meet there in a forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway, long spine. And exhale, slowest of releases down towards the feet. Inhale here. And exhale, slow rise. We're going to come all the way up into our mountain. Go ahead and feel that connection with the feet to the mat. Is open, shoulder blades together, palms shine forward, knees not locked. Let's take an inhale, rise up with the arms. And then exhale as you bring those palms together, bend the knees. Here's a chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink it down. Hips go back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink it down. Press all that air out on the exhale. 2 more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, find that back bend. Hips forward, glutes engaged, gaze towards the thumbs. Tension in the neck, release through the jaw. Take an inhale. And exhale, bring it all in. Hands come down to the heart. Bow, chin to chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press into the feet. Ripple up through the spine. Long spine. Booty in just a bit. Take a fresh breath. Slow exhale. Sit those hips back. Curl that tailbone in. Lengthen through the spine. Find equal weight in the front and the back of the feet, and find your chair. And breathe in and out. Control the exhales. And give it 1 more breath. Take an inhale. Press it into the feet on the exhale. Bring yourself halfway, forward fold. Stretch through the back of the legs. Breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, slow release. And here's your side to side sway. Here's your willow tree. Breathe in and out. 2 more breaths. Bring yourself back into stillness. Bend the knees just a bit. Take an inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, slow rise. Coming into that mountain, ripple up through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink it back into chair. Take a fresh breath, and then send this left elbow or the left palm over towards that right knee. And when you get there, that left knee wanted to come forward. So use the hip, use the left hip, send the left hip back, And that'll take the left knee back as well. Gaze towards that right elbow or somewhere on the right arm. And relax through the jaw. Find weight in both feet. Nice and equal. Center it as much as you can and breathe. And take an inhale. Exhale back into center. Find the long spine. Fresh inhale. There's that halfway lift. Reach to the crown. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Check in with yourself. 2 breaths. Here we go. Take an inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale down low. And exhale, slow rise. Finding that mountain. Feet press in, ripple up through the spine. Inhale, rise up. Exhale into chair. Take a fresh breath. Send that right elbow over outside the left knee. Find awareness in that right hip to send it back. That'll send the right knee back. Breathe. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Find the long spine and then take a fresh breath. Send the hips back. Keep some softness in the knees though. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, good job. Step those feet all the way back. Go right into a plank. Lower the booty, send the heels back, or have the knees on the mat. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Take an inhale, lift right up into your baby cobra. Release through the booty. Lift the hands. Breathe in the belly. Do one more. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, press into the hands and the hips back. Give yourself a child's pose. Long exhales. You can spread the knees, really take up some space. Stack palms, let the forehead rest on the palms. Take an inhale. Rise up back into your table. Recenter those knees under the hips and then curl toes to lift into a down dog. Give it 2 more breaths. And relax the kneecaps. Relax the heels. It doesn't matter if they don't touch. Last breath. And then walk those hands and feet towards the center of your mat. Let's meet there in a forward fold. Let's take an inhale halfway. Find that long spine. And exhale, slow release. Inhale here. And exhale, slow rise into that mountain. And feel connected through the feet. Take an inhale, ripple up through the arms, through the gaze, and back into heart center. Bow chin to chest. One more breath. All right. We're going to face towards the long edge of the mat. All right. You should be fine even if you can't see me to just listen to what I'm saying. This is super simple, nothing complicated, no pretzels. All right. Bring those hands down next to the hips. Take an inhale, rise up. And then exhale, start to send the hips back. Slow exhales, come into a halfway forward fold, but give yourself about 3 breaths to get there. Big bend in the knees. You're hinging at the hips. And give it 1 more breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, release all the way down towards the floor. Give yourself this wide leg forward fold. Give yourself those ninja lunges side to side. Stay connected to breath. Nice and slow. Slow it down. Listen, tune in. And give it 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Coming back into stillness in the center. You're going to bring this left palm right under your nose. Bend the knees quite a bit. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, send this right arm up towards the sky and then reach the crown of the head away, finding space in the back of the neck. Don't let the head drop. So lift it, lift the crown, and then reach away. See if you're putting more weight on the right side of your body than the left. See if you can square those hips. Beautiful. Bend the knees a lot. Bring that right hand down right where the left hand was. Bend the knees even more. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Reach that left arm up towards the sky. Reach the crown up. So the back of the head goes up, and then reach the crown away. And then square those hips. And slowly let this left hand come back down to the mat. Reach the hips back just a little bit. So sink them back just a little bit. Beautiful. You're going to walk those feet towards one another. Let the hands come down on either side of the feet. Take an inhale. And exhale, rise up. That was it. That was it. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, palms come down in front of the heart. Bow chin to chest. And then turn your body so you're facing back towards the top of the mat. Give it 1 more breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. And walk those hands forward. Walk feet back. Meet me in a plank. Last one of the class. Keep the booty low, heels back. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And then once you get here, you're going to take your right arm and put it out to the right. The left palm is still under the left shoulder. Take an inhale, rolling onto that right side body. Bend that left knee, left sole of the foot comes to the mat. And this is where the block might come in handy, to be able to just put it underneath a temple so that you can rest the head. If you don't have the block, just use a blanket. So the more you drop the hips over outside of the right leg, the deeper the stretch through the shoulder, the deeper the opening through the hips. And give it 1 more breath. Slowly roll over onto your belly and bring that right hand underneath the right shoulder. You might want to tap that block over just a little bit further before you do that. And then that left hand comes back, the left arm comes back behind you, rolling onto that left side body. And then the left leg stays straight, the right knee reaches up towards the sky. You can close your eyes, just feel into that opening wherever it's showing up for you today. Just allow yourself to rest. Notice any tension anywhere in the low body. We'll give it 3 more breaths. Beautiful. You're going to roll over onto your belly. Push into your hands. You're going to just move through table. Make sure you have that block close by. We're just going to move around onto our booty. All right. And then you can go ahead and lay down onto your back. Bend those knees. Let the soles of the feet come to the mat. We've done some things today. I'd like to just go just a little bit deeper into the hips. So let your hand come to that block. And just so you know, we're going to be using the smallest setting. So this is small, this is medium, and this is tall. So we're on the smallest setting. And we're just going to lift up the hips just enough to let that block come right to the sacrum, to that little triangle point right at the base of your spine. And just let the sacrum sit right on that block. Slowly lower back down. You should feel a little opening right there through the hips, through the pelvis. You can lift the back of the head to kind of get just a little bit more space, to then lower the shoulders. Again, keep the chin parallel with the shoulders, so not lifting up. No tilt in the back of the head. And soften through the jaw. Soften the space right at the eyes. And then give just a little awareness to the inside of your legs to see if you're holding any tension there. Stay with those deeper exhales. And allow yourself to feel these few moments of just peace and calm and stillness and support. Begin to notice the rise and fall of your belly. The expansion and then contraction in the ribs. Notice the softness of your physical body. We're going to move right into Shavasana from here. So if you're comfortable where you are, stay there. If you'd like to lift that block or lift up the hips just enough to move the block, go ahead. But be gentle and slow and intentional as you lower back down, really savoring that moment of feeling cradled by the mat. And then rest in whatever way serves. Allow yourself to bring some awareness back into this space. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. And circle the wrists and your ankles. Stay soft. And slowly find a way to roll on to your favorite side, just being very gentle with yourself, feeling grounded into your mat. And when you're ready, I'll meet you back in a comfortable seat. Hands together at the heart. Chin bowed down towards chest. Our quote for today is from Jane Goodall. And she spoke, "You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Start with what we're saying to ourselves, and then let that love and nurturing and nourishment that we learn for ourselves and maintain mindfully so for ourselves sprinkle out into your community, into your families, to the workplace, to all of the places. May you know kindness, and may you be kind. And until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.